Hi, we all know that in Vietnam have a lot of festivals. We can see that in screen. Exactly. We want to show you about Mid-Autumn Festival. Introduce again, we are from class 10A1 and welcome to our presentation. First, Mid-Autumn Festival is also known as Trung Chiêu Chia, Lantern Festival or Moon Festival, the second most important festival in Asia. It had on the middle of the 8th lunar month. Here are the most common history of the Mid-Autumn Festival and ideas of what to do with your family and friends. This is a traditional festival celebrated in mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and Vietnam, as well as by overseas Chinese and Vietnamese communities. Similar holidays are celebrated in Japan, Korea, and throughout Southeast Asia. The festival celebrates three fundamental concepts that are closely connected. Gathering. It is said the moon is brightest and rudest on this day, which means family reunion. Consequently, this is the main reason why the festival is thought to be important. Thanksgiving. To give thanks for the harvest or for harmonious unions. Praying, such as for babies, a spouse, beauty, longevity of a good future. Traditions and myths surrounding the festival are formed around these concepts. Although traditions have changed over time due to changes in technology, science, economy, culture, and religion. Origins of Mid-Autumn Festival is about the celebration, as the festival only started to gain popularity during the early Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE. One legend explains that Emperor Xuanzong of Tang started to hold formal celebrations in his palace after having explored the Moon Palace. In the Northern Song Dynasty, the Mid-Autumn Festival has become a popular folk festival and officially designated the 15th day of the 8th month of the lunar calendar as the Mid-Autumn Festival. Vietnam's Mid-Autumn Festival have two types. The first type is mooncakes. In Vietnam, making and sharing mooncakes is one of the hallmark traditions of this festival. In Chinese culture, a round shape symbolizes completeness and reunion. The last type is moonlit celebrations. On the night of the full moon, children carrying brightly colored lanterns form raucous procession and sing songs throughout their neighborhood. On the streets, we can see and hear groups of men encouraging the lion dancer to wear round, happy face masks representing the moon. He is the earth god who represents the fullness of the earth and reminds those who see him to be grateful for its bounty. This is a common misconception. Similar traditions are found in other parts of Asia and also revolve around the full moon. These festivals tend to occur on the same day or around the Mid-Autumn Festival. In East Asia, countries such as Japan and Korea consider Mid-Autumn Festival, such as moon viewing festivals or celebrations of the good harvest. In Southeast Asia, many festivals centered on the full moon are also observed in Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar. This festival, however, takes place several times a year to correspond with each full moon rather than on a single day each year. This is our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Hello teacher, uncle, aunt, brother and sister and dear friend. My name is Phương Thảo. I'm very honored to speak on behalf of class 11D3. Our class theme today is Halloween Festival. Previously, Halloween only took place in Catholic European countries, but now it has become an annual cultural event expected by people all over the world. On the day of the Halloween festival, decorate with witch effigies, placards, and ghostly flickering pumpkin lanterns. People find for themselves the costume that make a strong impression on the night of the carnival. So, what's so interesting about Halloween that its attraction is so great? Let's explore together. The origin of Halloween festival. Halloween was originally called All Hallows Eve, which means the night before All Saints' Day. So the holiday was then cut to Halloween, and finally Halloween as we know it today. The legend of Halloween originated in Ireland. Ancient Irish people often consider October 31st to be the last day of the old years, and November 1st is the first day of the new years. Though Tuesday was the day yin and yang reconciled, the soul was allowed to return, be this year. According to Irish legends, once upon a time, there was a guy named Jack, a clever guy who liked to play with demons and was very miserly. One day, Jack invited the devil to drink, but didn't want to pay for the wine, so he lured the demon to use magic to turn himself into money, so that Jack could buy wine and drink for fun. When the demon turned into money, Jack immediately picked it up and put it in his pocket, and there was a silver cross in it that prevented the devil from returning to his original form. Jack then relieved the demon on the condition that the demon did not disturb him for a year, and if Jack died, the demon could not take his soul. Of course, this is just one of Jack's many pranks. Finally, on the day Jack died, Jack's ghost came knocking on the door of heaven, but God could not accept such a cunning person to go to heaven, going to hell to meet the demon who was deceived before. The demon kept his promise not to capture Jack's soul. It chained Jack away and showed him an amber to navigate in the dark. Jack had to put the amber in a round turnip with a hollow down intestine to make a lamp, and from there it kept wandering around the world. Jack was a lonely person when he was alive. When he died, he became a wandering spirit on the earthly world with nowhere to stay. A man that both heaven and hell rejected, and the European and American carnival tradition gave Jack a day. On that day, Jack can live comfortably because the living have dressed up as demons so that Jack's soul have a place to wrap in to avoid loneliness. This is the human meaning of the Halloween festival, and it is also similar to the full moon of the 7th month of the lunar calendar in our country, or called by another name, the day to erase the sin of the dead. On this day, family offer two trays of food, one for ancestor and one for sensitive being, also known as food offering or offering to spirit in the farmyard or on the sidewalk for the homeless. Anyways, the holiday either slowly attracts the attention of young people because it encourages young people to be creative for recreations. Not only is the occasion fun, but the Halloween festival also contains many educational lessons. From the story of Jack, the world invites people to live, not to be greedy, miserly, stingy, and need charity, compassion to help the needy. Although education should not be played with the devil, because it represents the bad guy, but besides it also acknowledges great and revenge, and keep promises morality. Through the legends, people will learn a lesson about successes, how to deal with people. Living to the good will bring with sweet fruit. Bad things will always bear consequences. Come here, I say goodbye to the whole family. Thanks for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome World Hour topic. Yeah, I'm Long. Full name is Willie Hong Lam. I'm the leader of topic. So today, I will introduce you about another festival in the world. In the world today, there are no shortage of great festivals such as Christmas, King Birthday, Halloween, Easter, or Dragon Boat in Hong Kong. But as you know, all of them were imported into Vietnam. So today, I'm going to explore another festival with a chain of dynamic yacht. Follow me at the little topic to try a global festival to see how interesting it is. Let's go. Yeah. This name festival is Carnival. You can call it Carnival, as known as Carnival. Yeah. In German, it's only called the Fastnacht or Fastnacht. In France and Spain, it's called Carnival. The full name is the Street Carnival. It's a festive season, usually taking place before Lent and usually ending on Ash Wednesday. The main event usually takes place in February. Carnival usually includes a celebratory ceremony or party with incorporated elements of this kind. In this festival, you can go to circuit, a public street festival. People often disguising themselves and wear masks during celebration. Yeah, Carnival is a form of carnival commonly celebrated in Roman Catholic, to a lesser extent Eastern Orthodox societies. Protestant areas generally do not have the carnival. In Germany, the carnival season is known as the fight season. You can call this a Fante Chanje. Yeah, this is Germany. In Germany, usually begin at 11 a.m. on November 11th and last until Ash Wednesday with dance, masquerade parties, which culminate in the last 6 days from the Thursday 1 week before Lent, called Old White Days, when women float the towns, hold and symbolically cut off men's ties. For dresses, in Oriental country, the official birthday with many flowers on the trees, and it's the last Monday before Ash Wednesday, only called with a lovely name, Soft Monday or the Rose Monday. The following Tuesday, or you can call it Mardi Gras, is also the last great festival and end the festival season and begin the season of Lent. The float in Germany, the largest colleges do so meant, with elites tend to satirize the political and social event of the year. Many different countries to celebrate this holiday. Look like in Venice or in Italy, it's famous for people who wearing masks like the Renaissance. I don't know what is Renaissance mask like this, but I find the picture. Let me see. Here, you can see that this is the Renaissance mask. Venice, Italy also wear this in this holiday, but I don't know what look like Halloween there. Yeah, like Halloween, I think so. But that is a small. Let's go for the surprise. You can see that here, a crocodile, the liver. I don't know. This is the bird. That look like eagle wings. There's a much flower in here, and there much more. All come here. Yeah, here you can see this is the Dokang bird. Here, this is the crocodile like. Yeah, like that. Nowhere it is. This only big in Brazil. Carnival of Brazil is one of the longest carnival in the world, and many other major cities around the world also host large all-day events. According to the Guinness Book records, Carnival in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil is the longest carnival and the famous in the world. The main festival usually lasts a week with about 2 million participants every day. But in this COVID-19, Carnival cannot can to make many people like that, because it will, COVID-19 is so dangerous. But although traveling in the old direction, it is still impossible to get used to homeland, Vietnam. Vietnam. Forget about Carnival. Let me see how Vietnam beautiful like that. But although not too luxurious and sophisticated, Vietnamese festival always carry a traditional sound of ancestor, so it is impossible not to mention. Do you know what here? What's black? Yeah. Look like a pagoda. Yeah, this is a pagoda, and this is Hương Pagoda, or you can call it the Perfume Pagoda. Perfume Pagoda Festival or Perfume Pagoda. Yeah, it's festival located in Mỹ Đức, Hanoi, in the Sian Hương Sơn area. You can see the journey to a land of Buddha, where Ponsata Akolisara is currently practicing. Yeah, this is a hard name, so forgive me if I read it wrong. This is a big festival in terms of the number of Buddhists participating in the pilgrimage. In 3 months, starting from the 6th of January to the 3rd of the lunar month, the culmination of the festival is from the full moon of the first lunar month to the 8th of the second lunar month. The purity of the land Buddha has created for people a landscape in harmony into space by entering the guide. The road of the pagoda is busy with hundreds of boats. Plus, the pleasure of sitting on a boat and getting lost in the fairyland to the Buddha. People are integrated into the mountain to visit the temple and start a new journey, climbing journey. Yeah, climbing to play cave, play dynamic, climbing create in people physiological expectation, wanting to rise to beauty, and the expectation of beauty which surely make people more happy to believe and love the light more. The mountain road from outer pagoda to the inner temple is always busy. But you know, beauty like that, but visitors to the festival throw a garbage indiscriminately on the bank and in the in stream. Look like, I think in stream like a river, like a river like a river. The management report had a lot of signs providing littering, plastic trash can. The trash can are big glass, the bins are so small, so the amount of garbage put in it overload before the whole amount of garbage. But mainly, the reason movement is the visitors are still indifferent. So why I can call that? Why after whole day there's a hug. Can you know the hot garbage then make you feel so sad about that? But this is 2 festival I introduced about the carnival from all the world, and last is the Vietnam of the Perfume Pagoda. And you, who and what the festival you like in the world? About Turkey in Christmas, or about something painful else in Eastern? So let's tell me and go to the topic to communication and ask me if you know and what you like in this festival. Thank you and see you again.
It is impossible not to mention the festival of Hai Ba Trung Temple. I, Nguyễn Mai Linh, on behalf of Class 21, presented about the festival of Hai Ba Trung Temple. On the 6th to 10th day of the first lunar month, the Hai Ba Trung Mê Linh Temple Festival is held. This is considered a day to remember the memories of the Hai Ba who raised the flag of rebellion to regain independence. The festival is held only once a year to honor the 2 sisters Trung Trắc and Trung Nhi, and also rich in patriotism for the young generation. Before that, from the 4th of January, the village held a carpentry ceremony repaying the statue of King Ba instead of going to the river to draw water to bathe the same statue. Then on the 4th and 5th day of Hanoi village, Hai Ba sacrifice ceremony was held in the communal house with the village citadel. For example, 4 brothers, Do Ho Bạch and Hap, who have since been rebuild their empire home.
During the processions of the true kings and queens from the temple to the community house, including 2 elephants, 2 horses, a team of young women
wearing white robes carrying a blackened, a team of female guards wearing brown shirts, wearing leggings, carrying swords, and two groups of women carrying a procession to blacken the power ship team wearing blue sacrifice robes with the shield. The musicians, the beautiful money, the team carrying the flag, the long swords, the purple, the canopy, the parachute. The poles. Besides the locals, there are many tourists. Most unique feature in the procession of Hai Ba Blackened in Hạ Lôi, different from Half Moon and Đồng Nhân, is the blackened handover ceremony. At the beginning of the blackened procession from the temple, Chungchak Blackened go first, going to the road to pour troops to return to the village communal house. Chungchak Blackened duck to let Chung Nhi go first. At the gate of the communal house, the sister Blackened go first. The younger sister Blackens go behind. The true sign welcome to King and Ba, with the symbolic meaning of the king returning from the capital mailing to visit the village. In the turbulent procession, bustling with the sound of can and drum of the pattern words, the true sign sang opposites. The song is sang to death from Hai Ba Chung time, cheering the soldier to fight the enemy. Solemn ceremony took place at the communal house of Hạ Lôi village on the morning of the 6th. At the main festival, the village saw Hai Ba up to the capital and went to the temple. In the order of the two Alang procession, is opposite to that of the day when returning to the communal house. Kiệu Thành Hoàng and General Cốt Tùng stood on both sides of the yard to worship Hai Ba to the capital. The sister Blanking went in front of the younger Blanking after true time, delivering the Blanking at the communal gate and the road leading to the temple gate. The younger sister Blanking ought to the right to let her sister go first enter the temple.
In the secret atmosphere of the festival, the celebrant solemnly reads the oath of the Hai Ba. I am the Chung Nu, raising an army to defeat the enemy, protect the good people, and restore all the old things of the ancestor, regardless of God's will, satisfying in the temple of the Emperor of all generations, not betraying the expectation of the ancestor in the night spring, from the 7th to the 10th of the first lunar month. It is a ceremony to visit the sick female general, pray for blessing, salute to the army, and give thanks. Mailing people and tourists from all over the world come to attend the festival, gather fortune, and pray for good luck. Post game, swinging, human chess, Chinese chess, cockfighting, wrestling took place in the bustling drumbeat. Today, the natural historical relic complex of Hai Ba Chung Temple has basically been completed. Hai Ba Chung Temple is a secret culture and historical relic not only for the people of Mê Linh, but also for the people of the whole country. It is a testament to the patriotic and indomitable spirit of Vietnamese women. The festival is an activity to commemorate the murders of Hai Ba, also a practical activity to educate the patriotism.
Eastern countries from ancient times have a rich traditions, customs, and festivals, such as Vietnam, China, Japan, Korea, Thailand. Today, Class 1 and 1D1 will introduce to you festivals Cherry Blossoms Hanami in Japan. Welcome to Japan. The country is famous as the land of the rising sun. It's one of the countries with the most traditional festival in Asia. Hanami is a traditional Japanese cherry blossom festival that takes place from March to May every year. This is a time when cherry blossom bloom all over the streets of Japan, bringing a peaceful, romantic scene and unforgettable experience to residents and visitors when coming here. In Japanese, hana means flower and mi means to look at, so the Hanami festival is simply a flower viewing festival. Flower here is cherry blossom, the symbol of Japan. This festival has a long history of thousands of years. The time of the festival is also the time when Japanese people and tourists exchange and relax. Families gather together to eat, drink, admire flowers, and wish the best in the new year. That's a great meaning that the Hanami festival brings to everyone. There are many ways to participate in Hanami festival. You can have a tea party with relatives and friends under the cherry blossom tree, have fun together and enjoy prepared foods such as Hanami bento, Hanami cake, sushi, sakura mochi. This is the most popular form of Hanami in Japan. However, getting a good spot at famous place isn't easy. You often have to arrive early to reserve your spot. Or, if you don't like a bustling atmosphere, you can take a leisurely walk with your loved ones along the river or cherry blossom roads. Strolling through the street filled with cherry blossoms is the ideal choice for lovers and those who love romance. Walking with friends and loved ones in the romantic scenery with delicate and gentle petals will surely leave you with unforgettable impressions in your life. A more advanced form of cherry blossom viewing is to board a cruise ship dedicated to the group Hanami festival. On a cruise that has prepared traditional festival dishes, you can chat while watching cherry blossom fall. Sometimes you will see delicate petals floating on the water. Referring to Hanami, it is impossible not to mention traditional Japanese dishes. One of the dishes that often appear in Hanami festival is bento, meticulously appear and scrupulous bento boxes are something you can easily to find at festival. And especially, Hanami couldn't be complete with the Hanami-zake, a favorite drink of the Japanese during the cherry blossom festival. In addition, during the Hanami festival, you will easily come across street foods such as Hanami dango, takoyaki, yakisoba. Cherry blossom are not only for viewing but also used to prepare lucky dishes such as soba noodles, cherry blossom rice balls, fresh chocolate from cherry blossoms. It is great to be immersed in the scenery of Hanami festival and relax, fully enjoy the last day of spring here. If you have a chance to come to Japan, come to the Hanami festival. Surely this will be your interesting experience in the land of cherry blossoms. Arigatou gozaimasu, minasan. Thank you for listening.
Down the street on Halloween night, lots of scary monsters and other strange sights.
I see a ghost.
Walking down the street on Halloween night, lots of scary monsters and other strange sights.
I see a vampire.
Welcome to my house.
Walking down the street on Halloween night. Lots of scary monsters and other strange sights.
I see a skeleton.
Hello. Have you seen my coffin?
Walking down the street on Halloween night. Lots of scary monsters and other strange sights.
I see a witch.
Walking down the street on Halloween night. Lots of scary monsters and other strange sights.
I see a werewolf.
Walking down the street on Halloween night. Lots of scary monsters and other.
Dear teacher and all students, I want to make you a short presentation about Halloween. The purpose of this presentation is to introduce people to Halloween. Nowadays, most people have forgotten the meaning behind traditional or religious festivals. During festival periods, people only want to enjoy themselves. Halloween is a festival will take place on 31st October, and we all know that it's a very popular festival in Western countries. However, it's been gaining in popularity in Asian countries like Vietnam. Over 2,000 years ago, people believe that on the night of 31st October, evil spirits went through the boundary between the world of the living and the dead to cross to the world of the living. Therefore, people were very scared about this, so they wore handmade masks and scary costumes decorated their house with things like jack-o'-lanterns, skulls, and skeletons to disguise themselves from the spirits so that they wouldn't harm them. In addition, on Halloween, children go trick-or-treating. They go many houses and ask for the candy from adults. All in all, people were a great time together during Halloween festival.
Halloween, also known as All Hallows Eve, is associated with a number of activities. One of them is the practice of harmless prank. Celebrants, especially children, wear masks and costumes for party and for trick-or-treating go from house to house with a threat that they will pull a trick if they do not receive a treat, usually candy. They often disguise themselves as witch, vampire, or mummy. Another preferred activity is watching horror movies with family and friends at home. In addition, you can also join some Halloween costume party or visit some haunted house. The latter is only for brave people. Honestly, during Halloween, I usually go out because I like the vibrant ambience on the street. I love seeing people running around with jack-o'-lantern on their hand and big smile on their face.
Hello everyone, we are from class 10C student Tiền Phong High School. My name is Nguyễn Thu Trà. Today we would like to bring to everyone a new experience about the Lunar New Year in Korea. Lunar New Year in Korea, also known in the local language as Seollal, is celebrated in late January or early February, depending on each year, just like Lunar New Year in Vietnam. According to historical record, the Lunar New Year in Korea began in 488 during the Silla dynasty. Since then, this day is considered the most important festival in the country. However, in the early 1990s, during the Japanese colonial period, people were forbidden to celebrate this holiday. More than 40 years later, the country gained independence and the Korean government decided to declare 3 days of Lunar New Year Seollal as an official national holiday. Lunar New Year in Korea is also seen as a day of family reunion, remembrance of ancestors. Therefore, people will clean the house neatly and make a tray of rice to offer to their decided relative in early morning. After that, the children will go to with the adult in the family New Year as well as receive money to celebrate the New Year with some gift from everyone. In the past, people in the land of kimchi were always busy with hanbok, but now they only wear it on 3 days of Lunar New Year or in the other important festival. So if you travel to Korea on this occasion, you will see people wearing very bright and beautiful hanbok clothes walking on the streets.
Hello everyone, my name is Yvonne Mạch Harifata. I would like to represent you Nguyễn Thu Trà to continue this presentation on this holiday. Korea prepare a lot of different delicacies and eat them from morning to night, depending on the family's meal region. But there are still dishes that always appear on the table, such as rice cake soup. The meaning of eating rice cake is to celebrate the first day of the new year and to remember the sun god. Besides, there are many other delicious dishes such as beef, stewed rib, dumpling, kimchi, fried pumpkin cake. If asked what is interesting about the Lunar New Year in Korea, many people usually think of fun and unique folk game, and the most popular game is usually a very simple game that can be played by many people as well as regard a list of age. It consists of 2 pairs of long wooden semicircle and a chessboard where you thought for long at the same time and move the chess piece according to the picture on the chalk of toe 4G. In addition, visitors will also see Korean people playing some of the games, such as playing golf stop, flying kite, some playing juntagi, playing seesaw. So interesting, isn't it? If possible, we should also one set food in this country honor the land of kimchi.
Yes, we can. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Life goes on and 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 on. On and 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 on. On and 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 on.
Autumn festival, according to the lunar calendar, is the full moon day of August every year. This has become the Children's Day, also known as the Lunar New Year or Lantern Festival. Children look forward to this day because they are often given toys by others, usually a star lamp, a mug, a pound of lamb, a tool he and eat pie and cake. The Mid-Autumn Festival dates back to the rice civilization of the Red River Delta, over 4,000 years ago. It is held on the 50th day of 8th lunar month, often in late September or early October, in the middle of autumn, and it is celebrated for a whole day. Besides the Tet holiday, Mid-Autumn Festival is one of the most famous festivals, and it is a traditional celebration for Vietnamese children. Children are provided with many nice lanterns, star lanterns, flower lanterns, and diamond family mark for special performance in the evening of the full moon. Everywhere is fallen in the active and colorful air. The main part of the Mid-Autumn is that children use a beautiful lantern, wear falling mark, perform fantastic lion dance, and sing folklore songs in the house around or on the streets when the moon is rising. Mooncakes are specific cakes and are only for this festival. Mooncakes, which are made from flavored meat, egg, dried fruit, pumpkin seed, peanut, are so sweet and good tasting. Mooncakes symbolize luck, happiness, health, and wealth on the Mid-Autumn day. Apart from mooncake and lantern, they are the most visible tradition related to Mid-Autumn Festival in line dance. On the night leading up to the holiday, groups of children parade through the streets. Some of the children maintain a master beat on the drum, while others control an extravagantly decorated line crafted from mold and paper. At the end of the presentation, thank you for listening to me.
Hello everyone, I'm home and welcome to my class project. Today, I want to show you my favorite traditional in Vietnam. Here we go. As everyone knows in Vietnam, during the years there are many holidays. Each holiday has its own meaning. Today, let's learn about a big and very special holiday. It is the holiday of Sister Hùng Vương. In Vietnam, there is a saying, whoever gets back in first. Remember the 10th anniversary of March. That's right, on 10th of March every year, all Vietnamese people offer a can stick to pay homage to their roots. At Hùng Temple, there are two ritual halls to show respect: the procession of the king's palanquin and the incense offering ceremony. In addition, on this day, people also organize many forest games such as game singing, writing competitions, tug of wars, or swimming competitions. Although time has passed thousands of years, every time this day comes, our children and grandchildren gather to remember our roots. Let's preserve and spread the precious tradition of our nation. Thank you so much for listening to my class project. See you soon.
Hello everyone, I'm Chami from 11G class. Today, I'm going to tell you about one of the oldest, biggest traditional festival in Vietnam, and it also has the widest popular range. With its Tết holiday, Tết marks the arrival of spring and is also the most important celebration in Vietnamese culture. It often takes place somewhere between late January to mid-February at the latest. During the days leading up to Tết, people are often busy preparing food and decorating the house. The most traditional food during Tết is tung cake with main ingredients of plenty rice, pork, and green beans wrapped in dong leaves. Another signature dish of Vietnam is a spring roll, with a deep-fried wrap of pork, shrimp, mushroom, carrots, vermicelli, and a few other ingredients. This dish is often served with fish sauce, rice noodle, herbs, and vegetables. Tet in Vietnam cannot be Tet without a branch of peach blossom or apricot blossom, as they are symbol of a new beginning. And of course, Tet is not Tet if there is no lucky money in red envelopes. The red envelopes symbolize luck and wealth. It's very common to see older people giving away red envelopes to young children. This grading ritual is to honor the achievements of the past year and to encourage them to keep up the good work in the coming year. During that days, people often visit their relatives and friends to wish them all a happy new year. Local pagodas are also popular spot as well, as people go there and wish for a better year to come for their families. That is this occasion that people can actually forget about the troubles of the past year and hope for a better upcoming year. Next, let's find out what do people think about that.
Well, Tết is quite a big holiday in Vietnam, so there are a lot of things people doing during Tết. The most common things may be refreshing their house, and by refreshing I mean cleaning, decorating. Some people even repaint their house to make it have like a completely new look for the new year. And the next thing that I want to say is making chung cake. And on the New Year Eve, we would sit down surrounding the chung cake pot, talk about New Year's resolution. I think that would be an unforgettable memory. Well, I have to be honest, my favorite activity during Tết is receiving red envelopes. And I gotta enjoy these moments as much as I can, because as soon as I grow up, I would be the one who give out the money for the kids. It's hard to think of an activity that I dislike during Tết, but I guess that I don't really like cleaning my house for Tết. It's exciting because it's kind of part of preparation for Tết, but it's really exhausting though.
Hello everyone, my name is Ling and I'm representing my class 12-8. Today I'm gonna talk about one of the most important traditional holiday in Vietnam. If you are ready, let's check it out. Autumn is a season of romance mixed with gloomy feelings. The weather is cooler than the summer, so it makes people feel more relieved after tiring periods of work. And it isn't so cold as the winter. The sky of autumn is quite blue and clear. All these things make people happy. Especially in the middle of autumn, we have a very familiar festival. It's Mid-Autumn Festival. For thousands of years, every autumn, people eagerly celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival on August 15th of lunar calendar. Under the bright moonlight, we dine out together and wish for a peaceful life. Many documents in Vietnam show that the first Mid-Autumn Festival was held in Thăng Long capital during the Lý dynasty. It was a time when King Lý wanted to express his gratitude to the dragon god for sending rain, which resulted in abundant crops and prosperous existence. On this day, mooncake is the most important and iconic food in the Mid-Autumn Festival. The steps to make a perfect cake are quite tricky. It's made from meat, egg yolk, flavoring, lotus seed, etc. The mooncake is not only visible a full moon, but it also means a good fortune, happiness, health, and riches, all of which are important aspects of a happy life. Along with mooncake, the most interesting activity that makes the children excited is the lantern parade. On the Mid-Autumn night, the children dress up beautiful masks, take the star lantern and walk around the street, They talk and laugh together happily. In the north, there's lion dance performance held on the street. Lion dance create a bustling crowd. The dancer perform such as amazing performance that makes people surprised and impressed. Mid-autumn is also the time of year where family members get together and share everything. The younger generation show their appreciation for the elder. It's when the parents show their love for their children. Exactly, there's nothing like sitting with your family to drink tea, eat mooncakes, and watch the moon on this day. I enjoy the Mid-Autumn Festival because it is the chance for me to remember my childhood and feel young again. Thank you for taking the time for watching.